This segment of the Alice Stewart Show is brought to you by the Countertop Store, Central Arkansas's premier countertop authority. For custom fabrication and installation of granite, tile, laminate, copper, and more, the Countertop Store, 888-510-4773.
Welcome back to the Alice Stewart Show, 7:21 on a nice Monday morning. We are here to talk about a life-saving event coming up called 40 Days for Life. It is scheduled for September 24th through November 2nd. And we've been hearing the personal stories of two women who understand just what it's like to be in a situation where you choose life. Rita Frazier and Samantha Roberts both are here to talk about this event. Rita, the 40 Days for Life coming up, what is the purpose of this peaceful pro-life effort?
Well, it is just, for one, to intervene in a prayerful way, with those that are going to the abortion clinic. We're praying for the end of abortion completely, but our peaceful presence there just, can help.
All right, you have those on the other side of this movement, the Planned Parenthoods of the world, the pro-choice, those on the other side who say women have the right to choose, and these efforts and this type of cause it discourages women. Women should have the right to choose. Your thoughts on the other side of this argument?
Rita, do you want to go first?
Well, we're not arguing. We're not there to argue. We're there to pray. Mm-hmm. This whole it's and even though we're called protesters by the other side, we're not there to protest. We're there to pray, and that's what makes a difference. Prayer can change things quicker than anybody trying to talk someone out of it, and we've seen that happen. That just standing there silently praying, and people will change their mind. We've seen cars turn around. When they, I would have, being a Christian, and they say, what's the percentage? So like 33% or 60% that are Christians.
That are Christians. 80% is from what I heard of the stats of 2013. 80% of women that choose abortion are coming out of Christian households.
They're identified.
They're identified, either it be Catholic or Baptist or Pentecostal, that it is predominantly, I believe, almost if we take those stats to heart, what will people think of me? Mm-hmm. What will they think of me more so than the financial or maybe having to raise a child by yourself? As far as it being a woman's choice, that's definitely a topic, a very, touchy topic that you don't ever want to discourage people away from what we're doing. Ultimately, yes, we want to shut abortion down. We don't want our states, we don't want our country to support something, that we strongly stand against. For me personally, Rita might have a different answer on this, but for me personally, I think this 40 Days of Life and standing in this gap isn't really to force women to where they can't have that choice, but to bring awareness to that there's another choice, that's not your only option. So, yes, as far as the legal standpoint, we want to shut it down. Because we want to, save the sanctity of life, and we want to be there for the women, but we want to bring the good news to them and let them know they're not alone and that they have other resources and they have other options, and that terminating their pregnancy is not their only option. It's not their only choice.
And a lot of folks will say shutting down abortion, outlawing abortion will force them into unsafe abortions. But there's also the idea of there are other options, one being putting the child up for adoption, giving birth to the child and putting it up for adoption. Those that say, I just don't have the means, I'm starting college, or I'm not in a relationship, or I can't do this, I'm not emotionally ready to be a mother. But there's also the option of choosing life, mm-hmm. yet putting the child up for adoption in a home where there is a family, a loving family, yes. that can raise the child.
I never shared this testimony with Rita, but I have a nephew that was given up for adoption. My sister was younger, and I'm not going to share all her details. She's probably not listening right now because she's in a different time zone. But I have had to experience that in my life, in my family, close-knit. And my sister did not choose abortion, but she did choose adoption. And I will tell you that there's not one day that goes by that woman does not regret her decision of giving the baby up for adoption. And she has 3 other beautiful children, and she thinks about her oldest all the time, as any mother would. But she ultimately, at the end, decided to give that child a life. And on the other step of that, there are people out there that can't have babies. They cannot have them,
right,
that are looking for a way to, complete their family. So my sister's crisis ended up being another family's blessing.
Right.
So, there is light at the end of the tunnel.
And that's important to communicate to women in a crisis situation. Want to get some information out about this 40 Days for Life. It is 3 components of the campaign: prayer and fasting, community outreach, and a peaceful vigil. And Rita, how do folks find out more? You have a website, 40daysforlife.com, which has some great information. How would you encourage folks that have questions?
Well, if you want more information just basically about 40 Days for Life, you can go to the website, or you can call me at 501-658-7422, or email me at fraziersforlife@gmail.com. And especially if you're ready and you want to get signed up, because the details of it, we pray out there for 40 days from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And so all we ask is for people to sign up for just 1 hour. If you could just sign up for 1 hour to stand and pray. And different churches, what we're really wanting to do is get churches to adopt a whole day. And so then they fill that whole day with their members. And that's what's happened. And we only have 9 days left to fill. And which is so exciting. And that's what my husband and I, we've been going to different churches and trying to get churches and organizations to plug in. But individuals can go and they can log in and on that website and pick a time that they can go out there and pray.
And we have posted that link on our Facebook page, The Alice Stewart Show, so you can go there and find out more. So you're really appealing to individuals who want to get involved, but also churches.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, because that's where things are going to change. And all the church, within our churches, we pray on Sundays or Wednesdays or whenever, but this is putting, boots to the road. It's like on the ground. We're out there, and you can actually, on the days when abortions are going on, you can actually see, it'll change your life. If you've never been out there on a day, it will change your life to see a woman go through the door, and when she comes out, she'll never be the same. So one of the things I wanted to mention too, and she mentioned adoption, there are some adoption agencies that they have the directors and their employees come out there and they pray, and they're ready. They have another option standing ready if someone decides for life.
Yeah, and that's the key, is to let women know that there are options, whether you don't feel as though you can raise the child yourself or you think you can with a little help. There's help with churches and crisis pregnancy
You're not
center.
alone.
No.
And anyway, this event, 40 Days for Life, September 24th through November 2nd. Go to our Facebook page and get the website to find out more information. Rita and Samantha, thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you.
And we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the Spin Room right after this segment of the program, brought to you by the Countertop Store, 9817 Maumelle Boulevard. Give them a call, 888-510-4773.